Welcome to the OK Corral Civitan Stadium on the campus of South Columbus High School for your ATMC TV High School Football Game of the Week. I'm Sam Hickman, joined as always by the best color man in the business, Mr. Jay Combs. Jay, here we are in, week 3, week 4, and South Columbus set to play its season opener against North Brunswick, who played its week 1 game and then had kind of a makeshift pickup game last Friday night with a brand new opponent in Bunn. The North Brunswick Scorpions head coach Brian Davis come into this contest with a 1-1 overall record, and again, the first game of the 2021 fall season for Russell Dove and the South Columbus Stallions.
Yeah, well, poor Russell Dove's Stallions, 0-3, I guess, or 3-0, however you want to look at it with regard to COVID. They've lost 3 games already, so tonight is their season opener, and they picked a tough opponent
Sure did.
with North Brunswick because they really looked impressive last week in that win over Bunn. R.J. Green, one of the more talented quarterbacks you're going to see in the area this year. He accounted for 5 touchdowns last week in that victory, 4 touchdown throws and 1 touchdown run. Seth Deloy was active last week, scored a couple of touchdowns, and he always does such a great job for the Scorps. So again, a tough first game for the Stallions here this evening, but they're so anxious and so fortunate to be playing football. I think they would, if they were playing the Kansas City Chiefs, they wouldn't care, right?
Exactly, Jay. And R.J. Green, the North Brunswick quarterback, Jay, I believe through 2 games has accounted for about 550 total yards and 7 touchdowns. Jay, if South Columbus and head coach Russell Dove face a better quarterback this season than the one they're about to get in this season opener in R.J. Green, I'd love to see that kid play.
Yeah, me too, Sam. And, we were talking about this last week in their win over Bunn. When you look at the schools in the league, the Mid-East Conference, most of them have new quarterbacks or, not real experienced quarterbacks. But Green is the exception. He saw a lot of snaps last year, and he's certainly using that to his advantage this season. It's not a total R.J. Green team. He's got a lot of other talented performers on the squad as well, but he's the straw that stirs the drink for North Brunswick, no question about it.
No doubt about it. Great to be across the county line tonight, Jay, over in Columbus County and Tabor City, and a beautiful, beautiful Friday night for some high school football.
Well, yeah, it's a gorgeous night, but this is my first time here, and I got to tell you, this is nice, right?
It is.
South Columbus. First of all, the school looks like a college.
Sure
right?
does.
It is beautiful. This turf field has to be about as good a turf field as there is. There's a rich tradition of football here, Sam, that I know you know a little bit about firsthand.
Yep, anyone familiar with Southeastern North Carolina high school football is familiar with the names Jack Holly, Joey Price. Both had a tremendous amount of success at Tabor City first and then South Columbus High School. Jay, this place, the OK Corral, it is difficult to come over here and leave with a win. It has been for many, many years, and I'm sure this year will be no different. North Brunswick won the game's opening coin toss and deferred to the second half. So the Scorpions will kick off to the host Stallions to begin tonight's game as we wait for the 2 teams to take the field in this little Brunswick versus Columbus County showdown.
Yeah, and the host Stallions are going to be led tonight by a freshman quarterback, Rush Blackwell. So baptism under fire for the freshman.
It sure will be for Blackwell, and we will have all the action for you right here on your ATMC TV Game of the Week right after the break. And we are back here on ATMC TV, almost set for the game's opening kickoff. The 1-1 North Brunswick Scorpions have made the trek to Tabor City tonight to take on the South Columbus Stallions, who are about to embark on their season opener for the 2021 campaign. Lots of good energy and a nice little crowd showing up so far here tonight, Jay. Certainly some folks from Leland have made the trip over. High hopes for Brian Davis's North Brunswick team this fall season.
Yeah, they've gotten off to a 1-1 start. Look, they played Whiteville, and a lot of teams are going to get smoked by Whiteville before this year is over. But they completely handled Bunn last week, and they're certainly hoping to continue that momentum here tonight. They're going to start out defensively. We talked a little bit about the magic of R.J. Green offensively, but this is an outstanding defensive unit too. There's some kids that are really will hit you and hit you hard. Jackson Dorf, Anthony Martels, Tucker Goss, a very impressive junior linebacker, and then, of course, Jason Granda, who's the senior big guy who plays offense and defense for the Scorps. But it's a good, well-rounded North Brunswick team, and we'll see what they can do tonight against a team that hasn't yet played a game this year.
Yeah, Jay, we simply don't know a whole lot about South Columbus, and not quite sure what our expectations are. As this is the first time the Stallions have taken the field for a real, a regular season game that counts here in 2021. Short kickoff to begin the game, fielded cleanly by South Columbus at about the 45-yard line. It looks like that was number 30 for South Columbus, who jumped on the short opening kickoff. Dalton Thompson, number 30, who recovered for South Columbus. And, Jay, I may have read that number wrong. It may have been number 60, Dalton Thompson.
And the mystery begins, right, with the dark shirts and the blue numbers. Will be tough, but we'll get it done.
That's Chuck Bellamy on the carry. Jay had a little bit of a crease there through the line, picked up a solid gain on first down. That's 4 yards from Bellamy. And, Jay, you mentioned it earlier, baptism by fire. How about this, starting as a true freshman, number 14, the quarterback for South Columbus, and what a name, Rush Blackwell. Yes. This kid was born to play quarterback or shortstop or, point guard on the basketball team.
Absolutely. A lot of pressure on him. Let's see how he handles it.
It's going to be another handoff. Another decent game by South Columbus on second down. That was Bellamy again. He picked up about 5 yards. 4 yards to the North Brunswick 47-yard line, where the Stallions will face an important 3rd and 2 here early in the game.
The skinny on the Stallions is that they like to run the football. They're coming right at you.
Yep, and Jay, I believe on second effort, Bellamy just got enough for the first down yard. Jay, I don't know. He might be about a half yard short.
It'll depend where they spot it, Sam, and it's going to be close, but I think a little short.
Yeah, Jay, it literally right at less than a half a yard. So 1 yard on the gain by Bellamy. Blackwell rushes over to the sideline to have a chat with his head coach and get the play, and now he'll head back. Looks like Coach Dove will keep the offense on the field, and South Columbus a half yard away from getting a first down and continuing the game's opening drive.
So unless Blackwell's going to punt, we're going to go for it on 4th. Maybe try to draw them off. This is a 9th grader doing this. Pretty savvy, Sam. Did he get it?
Timeout. So North Brunswick stays disciplined on defense, does not take the bait and jump off sides. But, Jay, with such a short distance to go here on 4th down, you expect South Columbus to leave the offense on the field and go for it here?
Well, we'll let Coach Dove figure that out. And this guy's pretty good at figuring, Sam. This is 6th year here. I was looking at some of his earlier years, and I think from what I had written down, 2016, 2017, 2018, they were 36-6, right? And each of those years advanced.
That'll play
into the state playoffs. Of course, they were 3-3 in the spring, and it's a young team. And when you're starting a youngster like they are at quarterback, you probably got some growing pains, and the fact that they've not yet been able to play this year hasn't helped them.
So South Columbus will leave the offense on the field, and South Columbus picks up the necessary yardage for a Stallions first down. Jay, I think that was number 7. Javon Bennett picked up 2 yards to the 44-yard line of North Brunswick, where it is a first down for the Stallions.
Pretty good first possession for South Columbus here this evening. Not showing many nerves at all. Running the ball like they like to do.
4 straight running plays results in 11 yards and a first down. That pass incomplete. So Rush Blackwell's first pass attempt of his high school career was intended for Jaheim Dixon. It was dropped, incomplete pass, and it'll be 2nd and 10 for South Columbus from the North Brunswick 44-yard line.
And that's a freshman throwing to the sophomore, Jaheim Dixon.
Boy, youth is served.
Ain't kidding. Some young guys out there for North Brunswick as well, and that particularly those linebackers, Goss, Martells.
Man in motion, jet sweep around the left side.
Turned head.
A decent gain by South Columbus. And then number 12, Nicholas Barnhill around the left side. The ball moved from the 44 to the 41-yard line, so a gain of 3 yards sets up a 3rd and 7 for the Stallions. About 9.5 minutes left in the opening frame. Still scoreless here from Civitan Stadium.
Jordan Jackson in on the stop for the Scorps on that play.
Another handoff, this time around the left side. A big gain by South Columbus on 3rd and 7. That is number 7, Bennett, on the carry, who picked up enough yardage for another South Columbus first down. The Stallions in business here with a 1st and 10 at the North 33.
Well, let me tell you, Bennett hit that corner, and he just jumped ahead, as you'll see it right there. Excellent run by Bennett. Again, brought down by 23, Tucker Goss.
Some motion before the snap. Looks like it will be a false start penalty against the Stallions, making it a 1st and 15 now from the 38-yard line of North Brunswick.
First penalty of the game, and, for a team that hasn't had many snaps, they've run, about 8-10 plays successfully. So getting off to a good start here tonight are the Stallions of South Columbus.
Freshman quarterback Rush Blackwell in the shotgun. Oh, wow. Opening there. That's Bennett still on his feet across the 25, down at about the 24-yard line. A big gain on 1st and 15. Bennett nearly got it all back with 1 carry. He actually rolled down at the 23.
Tavion Joyner makes his 6th tackle of the game here. Absent that, he might still be running, Sam. The kid really runs to the left and cuts.
And, Jay, that was enough for the first down yardage. A 15-yard gain by Bennett on 1st and 15. Now the Stallions have a 1st and 10 at the 23.
Yeah, Javon Bennett off to a great start. He'll catch this one.
Pass out to the right side. South Columbus makes a man miss. Receiver still on his feet. Finally pushed out of bounds. Jay, that was 6 Dixon, I believe. Yeah, Jaheim Dixon, the running back, out on the bubble screen and gets 12, 13 yards for another South Columbus first down. Boy, Jay, you wouldn't be able to tell this is South Columbus' season opener. This is an efficient, methodical opening drive.
And you wouldn't be able to tell they got a 9th grader running the attack. He looks more like a senior. And, Dixon that time, he dropped one coming to the left side. He catches it going to the right side.
Man in motion, jet sweep around the right side. That's Barnhill. A good job by North Brunswick kind of flushing that one out. Stop Barnhill for minimal yardage, rather.
Bunch of guys around the tackle that time, around the ball, but I saw 44, Anthony Martells, Sam.
Won't be the last time tonight.
Absolutely not. This kid is a player. Him and Goss, really a dynamic junior duo and the linebacker position for North Brunswick.
Jay, I think Barnhill maybe picked up a yard there to the 12. So 2nd and 9 from the 12. Handoff up the middle, and Jaden Granda was having none of it.
Hello.
Stuffed the ball carrier right around the line of scrimmage, and that's going to set up a 3rd and long situation for South Columbus. Jay, the Stallions have now nearly had possession for the entire first half of the first quarter.
Very impressive opening drive for a young team, South Columbus, and a very impressive tackle that time by the big guy for North, Jaden Granda. And I say big, 6'4", 235-pound big.
Sure.
Nice player.
So 3rd and 10 from the 13-yard line. Blackwell in the shotgun, flushed out to his left, running away from North defenders. Gets a good gain across the 10, dropped at the 8-yard line. So a gain of about 5 yards on 3rd and 10, and South Columbus faces a 4th and 5 from the 8-yard line. 5:55 left here in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Teron Green, one of a couple of guys in there on the stop. Green of the Green family for North Brunswick, right? R.J. Green, his brother, and Deshaun Green, his brother too. But a nice stop that time by Teron. Sets up a 4th down situation. Looks like they are going to go for it.
And Jay Blackwell's got some wheels.
Yeah,
he ran away from a couple North defenders on that play.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me at all. We'll see it again.
Rolls out to his right, being chased by Granda, trying to find some running room, and a great open field tackle over there by number 4. Is that Green again,
That's
Jay?
Teron Green, yeah, big open field tackle because I think Blackwell had a little more room there, Sam.
Yeah, big stop by the North Brunswick defense. And, Jay, I tell you, Rush Blackwell was not far from picking up that first down. I think the ball was marked right about the 5-yard line, and South Columbus only needed a 3 for a first down. So, boy, South Columbus, Jay drove, about 60 yards. It comes up about 5 yards shy of the goal line. Turnover on downs. North Brunswick ball. We'll get our first look at the Scorpion offense now and senior stud quarterback R.J. Green.
Yeah, Green is a good one, and the guy that he handed the ball off to was Trey Baldwin. Baldwin is a load at 220 pounds. He's a senior, and he can get you some tough yards.
Picked up about 3 there, Jay, to set up a 2nd and 7 from, we'll call it the 8-yard line. A little pop pass, jet sweep action to number 16, Dominique Atkinson-Bell. And, Jay, now the Scorps are right back where they started after the loss of 3 yards. It'll be a 3rd and 10. Ball is marked right at the 5-yard line. So, boy, Jay, North Brunswick would at least like some breathing room to, if they're going to have to punt here.
Landon Worley in on that stop from his left defensive end position.
Green rolls out to his right. Jay, he's sacked.
Oh!
That's going to be an intentional grounding. Either way, it's a safety. Yep. R.J. Green rolls out to his right, could not find an open receiver, and just tried to fling the ball as he was being brought to the turf. Ruled a safety on the field, so South Columbus has taken an early 2-0 lead with 4 minutes, 10 seconds left in the opening quarter. Jay, just as we predicted, a safety would be the first score of tonight's game and the first points of the South Columbus season.
I tell you what you could have predicted on that play was Worley. He got the runner before that, and he comes in and he storms into the backfield. And, throwing R.J. Green to the turf is no easy thing to do.
No.
But Worley did it and picks up the deuce for South Columbus, and they jump out to the opening 2-0 lead.
So South Columbus with a 2-run single midway through the first quarter, and the Stallions leading the Scorpions early. And Jay, here's something interesting to watch now. After the safety, North Brunswick will have a free kick. Obviously, on a free kick, you're backed up more than you are on a normal kickoff, and North has been utilizing that short kind of diagonal pooch kick, and if they kick it as far as they did on the opening kickoff, as South Columbus recovers, they'll have the ball around the 35-yard line right here.
Listen, far be it from us to question Coach Davis because he's been around this game a long time, knows what he's doing, but anytime we see Manzares kick, try the extra points or whatever for North, seems to have a pretty strong foot. But
looks
they're going to
like
punt this
Atkinson-Bell is going to punt it. Oh, and not quite a shank, Jay, but he didn't get all of it. South Columbus that ball's on the ground.
Loose.
Ball is on the ground, and it looks like the Scorpions have recovered.
44.
Anthony Martels recovers the loose ball. Boy, Jay, it's a thin margin for error, isn't it? The Stallions are a half second away from getting the ball 1st and 10 at North's 40-yard line with a 2-0 lead. Instead, North pounces on the South Columbus fumble, and now R.J. Green and company get to take the field again, 1st and 10 at the Scorpion 40-yard line.
And Sam saved for the 2 points. I'm not sure North would have gotten out of this with any better field position.
Oh yeah, no way.
What they end up with the ball, right?
Yep.
So they did give up the 2 points, but they are in good field position now.
R.J. Green in the shotgun, Grande at tight end. Jay, they forgot to cover the receiver at the top of the screen. Oh boy, still on his feet. I believe that's number 11, Jackson Dorff, over on the far sideline. They just forgot to cover him. R.J. Green got the snap and just fired it out to Dorff. Ball all the way to the 28-yard line, a gain of 32 yards and a North Brunswick first down.
And the Scorps right out over top of that ball again. They're going to go a little tempo here, but great call by Coach Davis and his staff. Now they're going to slow it down a little bit.
Green looks to the sideline for the play call, now taking a peek at the wristband.
I'm really going to slow it down.
3 minutes, 15 seconds left in the opening frame. Boy, nearly a delay of game penalty. Now a deep pass over to the corner of the end zone, and the pass falls incomplete. Dorff nearly made a circus catch over there by the front corner pylon, but couldn't quite corral it, setting up a 2nd and 10 from the 28. Boy, Jay, the South Columbus sideline clamoring for a delay of game penalty there. Looked like the snap maybe came as right about the time the play clock expired. Very close.
Sure did seem like it was a long time between snaps, Sam. And by the way, what a wonderfully thrown ball that time by Green and Jackson. Almost comes up with the or Dorff, I'm sorry, almost comes up with the circus catch.
Had a Stallion who was down on the turf. Appeared to maybe be injured.
Thinking he's up now. That's good.
Dixon, right?
Jaheim Dixon, yeah, who's going both ways. I would think good many of these kids for South Columbus may be seeing double duty here tonight. We talk about numbers coming out, and we mentioned this in prior telecasts involving North, but there was a time up in Leland where if you got 40 kids out for football, that was a big deal.
Yeah, an accomplishment, right?
Yeah, and this past year, or past season, I guess, or coming into this season, 96 kids came out for football at North Brunswick. And, wow, the sheer numbers are something that they have not enjoyed, but something they've worked hard to get to and are looking to enjoy it in years to come.
So, Jay, almost set for the 2nd and 10 snap from the 28-yard line of South Columbus. Green in the shotgun. Fires a pass out to the right side. Atkinson Bell couldn't quite corral it. It hits the turf and falls incomplete. Another well-thrown ball by A.J. Green, but Atkinson Bell couldn't handle it, and that sets up a 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line of the Stallions.
That time it looked like R.J. was kind of throwing to a spot, and maybe the ball beat Bell a little bit. I think Dominic was not quite ready to catch it, but something they might want to come back to.
3rd and 10. Green in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the bottom of the screen. They're going to roll out to the right. Pass caught. Plenty of yardage for the first down. Number 1, Deshaun Green, the intended receiver. And, Jay, we got a flag over by where the ball was released, and the referees are signaling to come back. So I believe this one is going to be against the Scorpions. It is a holding penalty, negating what would have been about a 20-yard pitch and catch from R.J. Green to Deshaun Green. And, boy, Jay, instead of 1st and goal at around the 8-yard line, the Scorpions are going to face a 3rd and 22, maybe?
Third and a lot, Sam.
Yep, 3rd and 22 from the 40-yard line.
3rd and a bunch. Not quite as far as from Tabor City to Leland, but getting up
Pretty
there.
close.
So Green's got to come up with something here. Probably in 4-down territory, though, so he may have 2 downs to pick it up.
Green in the shotgun, got great pass protection.
He's
got
open.
a man! Oh, right through the arms of the intended receiver. And, Jay, if that's who I think it is,
Seth.
Seth Deloy. Boy, Jay, 99 times out of 100, Deloy makes that play. Man, he's a good player. Had a huge week last week against Bunn, and you know Deloy would love to have that one back, partner.
Yeah, Seth will catch that more often than not.
What a throw, too.
Well-thrown ball by Green. Had plenty of time and just weren't able to bring the ball in. So they are going to go ahead and punt the ball, which is really a pretty good idea here. They have a chance to pin South Columbus way back.
Yep, 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in the opening quarter. 4th and 22 for North Brunswick, and that play is blown dead. Delay of game, maybe? Yep, delay of game against North Brunswick. And, Jay, when you're punting here, maybe not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it
doesn't make a whole lot of difference.
A little more room to work with. Looking to see, okay, number 3 is going to drop back this time. Is that 3, Sam, for South, who I do not have on the roster? So
maybe that's
sure.
Mystery Marquise from earlier,
could
partner.
Be.
So Atkinson Bell gets it off. It lands about the 21-yard line and takes a North Brunswick bounce inside the 15. So a good job by Atkinson Bell. About a 31-yard punt down at the 14-yard line. So South Columbus with a 2-0 lead. 2 minutes, 8 seconds left in the opening frame here from the OK Corral on the campus of South Columbus High School in Tabor City.
What were you telling me? This place was your dad's last regular season game?
He played South Columbus, but game was in Shiloh.
Oh, it was in Shiloh.
Yep,
okay.
That is correct. But, boy, we came here plenty of times.
Bet you did. It is a really nice facility.
Beat them a handful of times. Took a couple on the chin. There were some good battles there in the 90s between West Brunswick and South Columbus.
Ooh.
South Columbus, as it so often does, keeps it on the ground. Ball carrier across the 15, dropped at the 17-yard line. That was Bennett on the carry. He gained about 3 yards, setting up a 2nd and 7.
And Martell's in on the stop. Anthony came into tonight's game with 9 total tackles in 2 games, and he's already picked up a couple 3 here tonight. So, breaks through, Sam.
Big gain on 2nd down for South Columbus, and the Stallions finding some running room here in the opening quarter tonight, Jay. That was a big gain by Bennett on 2nd down, enough for the 1st down yardage. Stallions with a 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, Javon Bennett, a 5'10 senior, a $175. They got him as a running back, a cornerback, and a fullback. And like I said, a lot of these kids are going both ways, Bennett being one of them and doing an outstanding job.
Freshman quarterback, Rush Blackwell, sees a man in motion, fumble, Jay. Oh, it was blown dead. Okay. Looked like a procedure penalty against South Columbus. Jay, I tell you, it sure makes my wonderful job easier whenever we're calling a game and there's a good PA announcer at the stadium. I don't even have to look at the yard line. I just wait to hear it out of my ear and then announce it on the broadcast. It makes life much easier on the play-by-play guy.
It is a team effort.
What a treat, right?
Hey, you do a great job. You know, I pitch hit for you a couple of times earlier this season, and it's really hard to do. I have no idea where the ball is and the down and the everything. So you're right. A good PA guy is worth his weight in gold.
And, you know, Jay, we don't get the yellow line on the field like they have on TV, you know, showing the line to gain and all that fancy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 15 for the Stallions. They fake the jet sweep, hand it off up the middle. Boy, Bennett getting a lot of work on the ground here in the early going. Picks up a good chunk of yardage there on 1st down. It's about a 5-yard gain. So South Columbus able to get the ball back to the original line of scrimmage, setting up a 2nd and 10. Ball is marked at the 27.
Cody Callahan on the stop that time, Sam. Now we're talking about youth. Callahan is a 10th grader, and
heck of a baseball player too.
Is he really?
He is.
I want to get some weight on him. He's only 5'9", $130. So,
well, Jay, maybe during the break between the first and second quarter,
Feeding.
we can get some on Cody Callahan. After 12 minutes of game action here at Civitan Stadium, it is the host South Columbus Stallions with a 2-0 lead over the visiting North Brunswick Scorpions on your ATMC TV Game of the Week. We're back for the start of the second quarter, your ATMC TV Game of the Week. South Columbus 2nd and 10 from its own 27. And Jay, surprise, surprise, Bennett on the ground in another pretty good game. I tell you, Jay, it's I don't know if it's been a stalemate. South Columbus offensive line is moving the North Brunswick defensive line here and there.
Thus far, I'd say they've been winning that line of scrimmage. 51 Braxton Beck, the 6'3" junior, in on that stop for North Brunswick. But, yeah, Sam, early on, I would say, listen, and South Columbus has had the ball pretty much all night long, right?
Yep, aside from about 6 or 7 North Brunswick snaps. But, Jay, critical down here, 3rd and 6 from the 31-yard line. South Columbus going to keep it on the ground. And, Jay, that's enough for the first down. Man, a huge run, some broken tackles. Boy, I've been really, really impressed by South Columbus senior running back Javon Bennett. He has had a fantastic first 13 minutes of the season.
Let me tell you, what you like about Bennett, or what I like about Bennett, is, those yak yards, right?
Absolutely,
the yard after contact. This kid takes a hit, but
yards after collision.
Yeah, keeps his balance, keeps those legs moving, and his effort picked up that first down.
1st and 10 for the Stallions. Ball is at the 40-yard line. Blackwell fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, and Jaden Granda was waiting on him. Boy, Blackwell probably pretty fortunate to hang on to that one. Did a good job protecting the ball. But Granda with the sack, loss of 8 yards on first down, sets up a 2nd and 18. Ball is at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, watch
Jay,
Granda.
Check this out on the replay here.
Number 3 coming from the bottom of your screen. And
boom.
He's a good one, Sam. His first sack of the year. He's got a couple tackles for losses, but he is a real fine player. And again, when you're that kid, that big and that able to move, right? That's a potent combination.
Really made his presence felt last week against Bunn, Jay. Really was a difference maker. And South Columbus is going to call a timeout before this second down snap. And, Jay, for a 2-0 game, it's pretty action-packed opening, 14 minutes?
Let me tell you what I like. I like this field. I like the facility. I love these guys in the press box. And the music is awesome.
The DJ is on it.
Right?
On it.
DJ
South Columbus.
Whatever, Is that who's singing this one?
I'll tell you who I like.
Black Eyed Peas?
Javon Bennett.
I do
this
too.
Kid runs hard.
Yeah, he's had a really, really impressive opening quarter in a couple of minutes. So, hey, he's had plenty of rest, right? So
good point.
3 weeks, the kids haven't had the chance to play, but they're certainly well prepared for this contest tonight.
So, Jay, it's my understanding these South Columbus kids weren't even on campus last week. They were doing school virtually of course, due to some COVID situation. So they just returned to the school building this past Monday, and here they are teeing it up on Friday night against the 3A North Brunswick Scorpions, who have about twice as many players, at least on the rosters.
Looks like half of Leland's here, right? Just on the sideline. But
yeah, all wearing gold helmets. They faked the jet sweep around the left side. This time a big tackle, Anthony Martels. Good player, man.
He caught our eye last year as a 10th grader, and wow, he's done nothing but get better there. This is junior year, and again with him and Tucker Goss, another junior. That's an awesome 1-2 combination.
Jay, I tell you, Russell Dove has proven himself as a fine head football coach, but there are just not many things in the playbook for 3rd and 18. We'll see what the Stallions do here. Blackwell in the shotgun. He's just going to throw a little wide receiver screen out to the right side. Number 2, DeMonte Gore makes the grab. Tackled by 32, Cody Callahan, over by the South Columbus sideline. So positive yardage on 3rd and 18, but not nearly enough for a South Columbus first down. And, Jay, we might get our first look at the South Columbus punt team here, 4th and 14 from the 36. About 8 minutes, 50 seconds left before halftime.
Hey, Callahan, he must have beefed up there during that timeout because he made a pretty good hit on that pass receiver. First time we'll see the punt return team for North Brunswick, and we got a timeout North, right, where they're going to.
Jay, it looked like kind of a normal formation. That Rush Blackwell was just in the shotgun, maybe a quick kick.
Was there going to be a little trick-a-rooney or something?
Yeah, well, whatever it was made Brian Davis uncomfortable enough to use one of his first half timeouts here on your ATMC TV game of the week. 8:43 left before intermission. South Columbus 2, North Brunswick 0. Jay, fun fact. My father, when he was at St. Paul's High School, lost a game to Bladenboro in a driving rainstorm 2-0 one night. You just very rarely see that final score.
2-run single?
We lost the game 2-0. 2 bases loaded walks.
Wow.
Is what it felt like.
Were you pitching?
Yeah, you believe it. Yeah.
By the way, tell our folks at home, bragging about what, you took you 14 minutes to win a tennis match over here? Huh?
A little longer.
A little longer than that? Not much. Being the U.S. Open.
Oh, Jay, here we go. A little pre-snap motion and a good-looking punt.
Nice
Teron
kick.
Green thought about fielding it over his shoulder.
Was that Blackwell?
Got a little extracurricular activity near the 40-yard line, but the players ease off, and a good punt by Rush Blackwell. Jay, that was a 27 37-yard kick by Rush Blackwell down at the 23-yard line, where we'll get another look at the North Brunswick offense.
Hey, that guy Blackwell put a spin on that one.
Boy, that was beautiful. He kicked it over to Ron Green's head.
Whoa.
I thought Green was going to go with the Willie Mays, kind of basket catch over his shoulder, which is always dangerous as a punt returner. We don't encourage that at ATMC TV.
Unless you're Willie Mays, you don't want to try that, right?
Unless you're going to catch it, don't try that.
Willie Mays Hayes, maybe.
So 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line. Green in the shotgun. Jay, there's one of his favorite receivers in motion there, Jaden Armstrong. Throwback screen, a one-handed catch.
Ooh.
Boy, caught by number 15. That's Trey Baldwin, who was dropped at the, 29-yard line? So a gain of about 5 yards, maybe 6. So a good gain on first down for North Brunswick. Scorpions on schedule here. About 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
DJ Godwin on the stop. He earned his money on that one.
Jay, I believe that was 70. John Falk, the senior defensive tackle, on the tackle. He stopped Baldwin short of the line to gain. So North Brunswick faces a 3rd and 1. Ball is at the 32-yard line of the Scorps.
Not an easy thing to do to bring down Big Baldwin on one stop. Maybe it's time RJ does a little magic with his feet.
No quarterback read option. Green in the shotgun. Yep.
There he goes.
Good call, Jay. And there goes Green. Boy, they're
Wow.
hanging on to him for dear life.
Let me tell
and
you.
he falls forward. And Jay, he is going to have enough for the first down yardage, not by much. A good defensive play. 59, DJ Godwin, the senior linebacker, brought down Green for a short gain, but enough for a Scorpion first down. 1st and 10 for North Brunswick at the 35-yard line.
We heard some, that might be too many
Too
men
many
on the
men on the
field for
field.
South Columbus. Now, that might be something, Sam, that because they just haven't had that many games, you know,
Yep.
a mistake like that. That's 54. That's Worley, who actually is responsible for the only score of the night with the safety of R.J. Green. But little mix-up there is going to cost the Stallions 5 yards.
So North Brunswick faces a 1st and 5 from the 40-yard line. R.J. Green, the shotgun formation. Trey Baldwin flanking him. Seth Deloy and Armstrong, the receivers, to the bottom of your screen. And Atkinson Bell, the receiver, to the top.
If I'm Deloy, I say, man, throw it up there again, boss. Oh, and the 5 back.
Yep. So we're going to trade 5-yard penalties here midway through the second quarter. So, Jay, right back where we started. 1st and 10, ball marked at the 35-yard line. And, boy, I think Green thought North Brunswick had a play there because he was visibly frustrated when the play was blown dead.
I think, you know, Seth Deloy saying, hey, give me another shot, man.
Yes.
I'm going to catch the next 99, right?
1st and 10. Green drops
there
back.
There it is.
He had to bail. And Green under siege over there, finally brought down at about the 37 or 38-yard line. Tackle was by number 59, DJ Godwin. This is about the 2nd or 3rd time we've called Godwin's name tonight. And I tell you, I'm not sure I've ever seen a team tackle R.J. Green in open space as well as I have South Columbus tonight.
You know, Godwin's listed at 5'8", 165, and Green is 6'3", 200. Not an easy hombre to bring down.
No, he is not. I mean, Jay, it looked like a sack right there, and it was a 3-yard gain. That's going to be a procedure penalty against North Brunswick. So we're going to go from 2nd and 7 to about 2nd and 12. Ball going to be marked around the 33-yard line. 6:08 left before intermission.
Not a good possession on this drive for
sloppy.
Yeah, North Brunswick. Coach Brian Davis is going to not be too happy about this.
All it takes is one, right, partner?
That's all it takes.
Green in the shotgun.
Yeah.
Baldwin to his right.
Looking.
Pass down the middle of the field, off the hands of the intended receiver, Dominic Atkinson Bell, and it falls to the turf incomplete, setting up a 3rd and 12 for North Brunswick. Ball at the 33-yard line. The Scorpions need the 45 for a first down.
Lots of Stallions covering that pass, so despite a good effort by Bell.
Jay, a lot of black jerseys around that throw.
Yeah, at least.
And Atkinson Bell nearly he got his hands on it.
He did, made a nice effort, but 1 against 3, that's not fair.
3rd and 12. Green in the shotgun, drops back. Pass intended for number 2, Seth Deloy. No laundry on the field. So, boy, Jay, the South Columbus defense just keeps hanging tough. The Stallions giving the Scorpions everything they want here early in this one. So 5:44 left before the break, and North Brunswick and Dominic Atkinson Bell set to punt it away.
And who's back to return? Somebody.
Bennett, maybe?
Could be. He's going to get a chance. Get away.
Boy, Jay, those make me so nervous. I tell you, that one down at about the 35.5-yard line. We'll call it the 36.
Yeah, we don't have a number 3 on our roster. Who was that guy you said earlier?
Oh, that's Mystery Marquise.
Oh,
I don't know.
Marquise.
I don't know who it is.
Okay.
Going to see if we can find out who number 3 is.
That's an alliteration, Mystery Marquise.
Dominic Johnson, number 3.
Man.
How can we forget Dom?
Dom Johnson.
Dom Johnson. That's it.
I like that.
1st and 10 for the Stallions at their own 36-yard line. Blackwell back under center. Man in motion, handoff around the right side, looking for running room, and he had some. That was number 10, Chuck Bellamy, across the 40, run out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So a gain of, Jay, about 6 yards, sets up a 2nd and 4 from the 42.
You know, Chuck Bellamy's got some fast feet, Sam.
He does. He was scampering. That's Bellamy. This time up the middle, ran into Martell's and a host of Scorps. Is that Goss also, 32? Nope, Cody Callahan,
That's
32. Sorry.
Callahan's had a pretty good game here, Sam.
Sure has. But, Jay, that's a 3-yard gain there by Bellamy, and South Columbus stays on schedule, facing a 3rd and 1 from the 45. All right, Coach Combs. Coach Combs corner. We thinking 2 plays here? Of course, you want to get it here, but what do you think?
The way they're running the ball, they're going to get it in 1.
Yeah. Been successful on the ground in the first half for sure.
There it is.
And there's a first down. Boy, it looked like North Brunswick got some penetration that time, but it was not enough to stop Chuck Bellamy from picking up 4 yards and a South Columbus first down.
And it was Bennett carrying the load in the first quarter, but now it looks like it's gone over to Chuck Bellamy, a senior running back who we don't have a weight on him, but he looks like a pretty well put together young man.
Yep, South Columbus, 1st and 10. Ball is at the Stallion 49-yard line. 4.5 minutes left before halftime. Blackwell in the shotgun, going to hand it off again around the right side. North Brunswick tries to spill it back inside, but Jones just lowers his shoulder and rumbles to the 44-yard line. A gain of 7 yards. That sets up a 2nd and 3 from the 44.
Jeez, who is that guy that Sugar, maybe the best running back in the NFL, plays for the Titans?
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, that's Derrick Henry running out there right now, man, because he is carrying guys with him and continues to move forward.
I mean, Derrick Henry is an inch taller and about 50 pounds heavier than R.J. Green.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
I can't.
Oh.
Flag down.
And, Jay, those are the ones, boy, they've just stayed on schedule, getting 3, 4, 5 yards a chunk, and you get a 7-yard gain on first down. You're right where you want to be, and then a false start penalty, puts you right back to about a 2nd and 8.
You know, I was watching a college game last weekend, and I don't even remember the game or who was, calling. But the analyst said, folks, do you know how many football games are lost and not won? And I said to myself, he
stole that from you.
He's stealing ATMC's best stuff.
Yeah, our bits.
We need to copyright that or something. I don't know. Trademark.
Handoff up the middle, and Jay, South Columbus says no worries. We'll give it to Bennett this time, who will rumble to the 43-yard line. A gain of about 6 or 7 yards. And so South Columbus now has, Jay, a 3rd and 2 from the 43. And now I'll answer my own question. You're absolutely thinking you got 2 plays to get 2 yards here with the ball, in Scorpion territory. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. 2-0 South Columbus. Sam Hickman and Jake Holmes bringing you your ATMC TV high school football game of the week. Critical 3rd and 2 play here. Oh, is it not a false start, partner?
I
believe everybody on the field thought it was.
Yeah, and some good penetration finally for North Brunswick.
That was number 5, Jay, Jabril DeShiel, who seeing some action on defense in weeks 2 and 3 of the season. So no gain by Bennett on the play, and South Columbus and head coach Russell Dove look like they will go for it. On 4th and 2 from the 43, a huge play here as we get closer to halftime.
Yeah, DeShiel's a kid you got to watch for North. He's only a 10th grader. He's going to be a player. Trying to draw them off. Good discipline right now by the Scorps. And there's the timeout.
Yeah, Jay, that's the second time tonight South Columbus has, tried to draw North Brunswick off sides, the sensible play, and North Brunswick has stayed true and disciplined and, not jumped, forcing the South Columbus coaching staff into, decision-making time. So with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left before the break, and South Columbus clinging to a 2-0 lead, the Stallions face a 4th and 2 from the 43.
Sam.
Yes, sir.
So you see where the ball is at the 43?
Do
you see Those are the two tallest officials I've ever seen in my life. The guy right there with the ball,
Yeah.
holy moly,
He dunk on you.
dunk on me. And the guy, the official coming off on the side, we'll have to watch. Aaron will get some shots of them before the
He
night.
sack you.
Look how tall that guy is. He's a 7-foot official.
Jay, it's not often that an official makes Jaden Gronda look smallish.
I love coming to Columbus County.
They went for it, and they got it.
That's a
Plenty
good,
enough
hard
yardage
run.
for a South Columbus first down. Need my man Aaron Varnum to help. Oh, that's going to be a late hit on South Columbus after the play.
Guys,
Yep.
Don't
Just
do
two-handed shoved him well after the play was over.
And you're going to argue because it's the tall referee that's going to, kind of settle things down here. Let's watch it again.
Man. So, Jay, we'll get another look at it. Handoff up the middle. It was number 7, Bennett, who had plenty of yardage for the first down. Watch the left side of your didn't quite get it, but on the left side of your screen would have been a South Columbus player shoving a North Brunswick defender well after the play was over. And Jay, it's not going to be a 1st and 25. They'll just, it'll be 1st and 10, but instead of the ball being at the 38-yard line, it'll be back at the South Columbus 47.
And the tackle that time, I think, was Tristan Marks, a senior.
Number 8.
Yeah, who's
Yep.
3 total tackles coming into this contest tonight. I'm sure he's picked up a couple in addition to that one. Tough break for South Columbus.
Yep, Jay, so the result of the play stands. It's a first down, a new fresh set of downs for South Columbus, but the ball will be moved. Oh, Jay, I might have been wrong, partner. Maybe it will be 1st and 25. I thought they'd move it back, but it'd still be 1st and 10, but it looked – let's see. Boy, that's even more of a crippling blow. If that can't be right, Jay. It's got to be 1st and 10. Got to be. It can't be 1st and 25. Okay, they're moving the chains back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and you see who's calling the shots out there? The tallest referee in the world is getting things straightened out. Yeah.
Yeah. That's correct.
Bubakar All, our director.
Head girls coach at Hoggard.
Yeah, our director, Aaron Varnum, reminding us that he was a coach at East Columbus.
He played at East Columbus. Boy, Blackwell couldn't handle the snap, and now he's chased out of bounds at about the 45-yard line by 32. Is that Callahan again?
Cody has been very busy tonight. You say he's a baseball player, Sam?
He is, and a good one.
He's a pretty good defender as well, at least this evening.
So a loss of 2 yards after South Columbus couldn't handle the snap.
Blackwell doing a pretty good job that time, though, of bringing that ball down.
Yeah, after he couldn't handle the snap, a loss of 2 was about as good as South Columbus was going to do there. He's going to drop back and pass. Well, he thought about it.
Wide out was 3 yards past the line of scrimmage. He was trying to get back, but just couldn't do it.
Boy, so, Jay, what was a really promising drive right before halftime, the wheels have come off the rails a little bit for South Columbus here with about a minute and a half left before the break. But 1:24 left in the second quarter. South Columbus has a 2nd and 17. Ball is at the Stallion 40-yard line. And, Jay, if the run to Bennett would have stood, it would have been about a 1st and 10 at the 35 of North Brunswick. So a big difference there. Tristan Marks again. Javon Bennett went to the turf. I think Bennett thought he was about to lose that ball. He kind of tried to get to the ground as fast as he could.
Yeah. Ball
may have been slipping out. Marks going for the strip. So North Brunswick, I thought if they had one, might call a timeout there after that second down snap. Surely if the Scorpions come up with a stop here, they'll call a timeout and at least make South Columbus punt one, right?
I would think.
Play clock down to about 10 seconds. Game clock at 47 seconds. South Columbus rushes to the line. Only 5 seconds left on the play clock. Shotgun snap to Blackwell. He just hands it off. And Tristan Marks, again, I tell you, Marks is on the mark here late in the first half. And, Jay, there it is. North Brunswick is going to call a timeout with 29 seconds left in the first half. South Columbus still clinging to a 2-0 lead here at the OK Corral, campus of South Columbus High School, for your ATMC TV game of the week.
Sam Tristan Marks, I think, made the last 3 tackles. He was involved in 3 consecutive plays that time.
I think the referees are adding
some time.
Trying to add some time to the game clock, maybe? They're signaling something toward the press box.
33 seconds on the clock.
Man, I tell you, the DJ, the clock operator, the PA announcer, this is first class.
This is nice.
They were just rocking and rolling in Tabor City. You could tell as the season opener up here.
No, sir.
I tell you that much. Yeah. Production manager Aaron Varnum, exactly right. When the folks in the press box have binoculars, you know they're on to something. Jay is blocked.
That's what they needed, Sam.
That is exactly what the Scorpions needed, and exactly why they called a timeout after the 3rd down snap. And a blocked punt gives the Scorpions.
52 blocked the punt. 30 blocked the punt. That is Amari Smith.
Kind of took it off his foot. I mean, he just came right through the line
almost
and
ended
blocked
up with
that.
it, didn't he? Yeah.
And Jay, South Columbus probably a little fortunate that North Brunswick wasn't able to pick that one up and run with it.
Absolutely. And now Green's got 27 seconds, and listen, folks, it don't take his ball 27 seconds to go long, go into the end zone from 40 yards.
No, it sure doesn't. And as we said earlier in this quarter, Jay, all it takes is one snap. And we've seen how explosive this North Brunswick offense can be. They put up 34 points against Bunn a week ago. So Green in the shotgun, looks to his left, fires a stop route, complete. That was Dorff on the catch. Not run out of bounds, but he steps out of bounds at about the 33. So a gain of 7 yards on first down will set up a 2nd and 3 for the Scorpions. I don't want to say plenty of time, but
enough
22.
Time.
Yeah, enough time. 22 seconds left in the opening half.
There's a little sideline route.
Now Green couldn't handle the snap. Another sideline route complete. Dorff steps out of bounds this time.
Dorff came into the game tonight with 1 reception, and he now has 3.
Okay, Jay, that play took 5 seconds, so it is 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line, 17 seconds left in the second quarter.
And 4 downs to work with, so he's got time enough to take a couple shots into the end zone.
Green looks to his right.
He's
got a man, but he overthrew him. Oh, he just overthrew number 89, Jaden Armstrong, the junior wide receiver. It was broken up.
That was nice defense.
Jay, was that number 4 who broke that up? I think it was Carter Lee back there from his defensive back position at safety who broke it up, but the play also took 6 seconds. So there's 11 seconds left in the first half. North Brunswick, Green rolls out to his right. He's got a man, partner.
He's got it.
Touchdown, North Brunswick, with 4 seconds
and guess who?
left in the first half. Green rolls out to his right and finds a wide open Seth Deloy in the back of the end zone. Oh, man.
What did we tell you?
Jay, this game can change so quickly.
Yeah,
great pass protection. Green finds an open receiver. Deloy,
he ain't gonna drop that one.
Plenty of room, got both feet in, and the Scorpions take a 6-2 lead.
I told you.
Jay, 5 minutes ago, it looked like South Columbus had a 1st and 10 at the North Brunswick 35, might add a score right before the break. North Brunswick blocks a punt, flips the script just like that. Green makes a wonderful throw. Deloy makes a good catch. Now the receiver will try and tack on his own extra point here and make it a 7-2 ball game. But he kicks a line drive to the shortstop. No good. So the baseball score theme continues. And with 4 seconds left in the first half, it's the North Brunswick Scorpions who have a 6-2 lead over the host South Columbus Stallions. Man, momentum can change quickly, can it?
Sure can. And, again, Sam, as you very accurately reported, that it all started with that penalty that took the Stallions way out of the field position, and then the blocked punt, and then Green, it takes him a couple of plays, and Deloy, who we predicted would not drop that pass anymore in the end zone.
No, not
tonight.
again, right?
Yeah, so nice effort, nice effort that time by North.
And, Jay, I think it was a wonderful play call to kind of get Green out of the pocket there, you know, and kind of give him maybe a little bit of a run-pass option. He just seemed really comfortable there on that rollout.
Well, he can throw. The thing that we mentioned this last week, the thing I like about R.J. Green is his poise, right? And you saw it there. Didn't really get rattled and, you know, got outside the pressure and delivered a wonderfully thrown ball on the run that time. And Seth Deloy pulls it in for a 6-2 lead with just 4 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
But South Columbus only a grand slam away from tying it right back up, right?
Deloy kicking off tonight, too. There's a little poocher.
Pooch kick, out of bounds.
Not a good one, though, because that means they're going to get the ball, right?
Well, I think it was blown dead anyway, Jay. North Brunswick was
okay.
way off sides there. I think there was a couple guys in front of the 40-yard line when Deloy put his boot to leather. Boiled peanuts in the press box.
They got boiled peanuts in this press box, too?
As I said.
Jiminy, Christmas Day.
As I said, first class.
I ain't doing another game in Brunswick County the rest of the year.
No,
I'm telling you, man.
No. We can't even get a bottle of water anywhere else we go, and they got boiled peanuts. I tell you what, I don't even know what to do with myself.
Oh, okay, thanks. We just got a report. Wallace Roselle losing to North Myrtle 21-7.
Fielded cleanly at about the 45-yard line by South Columbus.
I've seen Wallace Roselle.
Yeah. Well, I'd hate to see the team that's up 21-7 on them.
North Myrtle must be pretty good.
And Jay, the JV West Brunswick Trojans knocked off North Myrtle Beach last week. So the JV team still played, and it was the first win for the West Brunswick JV team since the 2019 season. You know you're across the county line when you get updates on Loris versus Sherall, right? So South Columbus snapped the ball. Nobody moved. Blackwell kind of bobbled it, then recovered it and took a knee twice. And all that to say, that will wrap up the first half from the OK Corral in Tabor City. North Brunswick, a late touchdown pass in the first half, has staked the Scorpions to a 6-2 lead over South Columbus on your ATMC TV Game of the Week. We'll be back with the second half. And we're back on ATMC TV's Game of the Week. Jay, what a treat at halftime. Bull peanuts, man. How you passed on them, I'll never know, but, boy, you missed out.
Where were you at halftime?
Okay, so I was a guest on the Columbus County's, version of the broadcast. So their play-by-play guy, Coach Kevin Toman, actually gave Brett his first coaching job as a middle school basketball coach. Brett assisted Coach Toman at Charlotte Middle, and then Coach Toman got into administration and ended up in Columbus County and now does some play-by-play work, probably much better than me.
Okay.
Oh, Jay, trouble. Ball's on the ground. South Columbus went after it like gangbusters, but I believe North Brunswick pounced on the loose ball. They did, in fact.
23.
Is that Goss? Tucker Goss.
Yeah,
Man, I keep missing him tonight.
But
a good play to pounce on that loose ball.
Tucker is a braver fellow than me, sticking that arm in there and coming up with that loose ball.
And, Jay, real quick, I'm going to get the name of South Columbus's public address announcer.
Do it.
Real quick. Phil Ray. I'm telling you, his wife made a Ziploc bag, like 50-pound bag of, bull peanuts, and he was nice enough to share them with us. And listen, I'm not saying this because he's, right beside me, but maybe the best bull peanuts I've ever had.
That's saying something.
I've had some good ones, yeah.
Look at this one.
Boy,
right
North
here.
taking a shot.
Not this time.
Oh, very nearly picked off near the South Columbus 20-yard line. So North Brunswick comes out of the gates firing on first down, but the pass intended for Deloy falls incomplete. And, Jay, I was going to ask you early in the third quarter when North Brunswick got the ball, we have not seen a lot of R.J. Green on the ground tonight.
Yeah, he's
just done really nothing with his legs.
Not too much. One play that I recall, and, it wasn't one of his spectacular runs, but he's relying on his arm tonight.
Swing pass out to Trey Baldwin. Oh,
nice.
A great open field tackle over there by the Stallions. I got to get a number on that one, Jay Bird. Was that 59 and 12?
59's DJ Gobb went in. He has been very active tonight.
Boy, just an excellent open field tackle. Trey Baldwin looked like he had a little bit of room when he caught it, and South Columbus just closed on him really quickly.
Yeah, they swarmed the receiver that time. Green back to throw again.
He's in all kinds of trouble, Dre. This is where he's dangerous. Oh, and he could not connect with an open receiver, number 89, Jaden Armstrong. And, Jay, there's a prime example of what pressure can do. Armstrong was all alone, but because Green had to escape all that trouble and then get rid of it quickly, wasn't able to make an accurate pass and connect, forcing the Scorps into a fourth down situation.
Yeah, Armstrong, the leading receiver for North coming into this game, with 6 catches, and Green's gone to him a couple of times, but just not able to connect. So punting situation for the Scorps.
A high, medium distance kick bounces sideways, and North Brunswick is going to down it at the 36-yard line of South Columbus. And, Jay, exactly what, well, we do have a flag on the field, but if the change of possession stands, that's exactly what you want if you're South Columbus, to force a 3-and-out on the opening possession of the third quarter.
Good way to come out in the
personal foul part.
Against
offsetting personal foul penalties. Those penalties will offset. Now the question, does the result of the punt stand? Jay got an update from Charlotte. West Florence, a really good team out of Florence, South Carolina, raced out to a 21-0 lead in the first quarter against the Trojans of West Brunswick. The Trojans have since scored twice and pulled to within 21-14 early in the third. So West Florence 21, West Brunswick 14 in Charlotte.
People should not give up on the Trojans quite yet.
Not just yet.
A little bit of a work in motion, and
boy,
they're going to
Jay,
score some points. They
going
will.
Carolina Forest, West Florence, and then Hoggard next week. Jeez, I mean that is a tough start. Carolina Forest shut out New Hanover last week, 28-0. Oh, there's Bennett, Jay.
Wow.
Oh, man, he got to the second level and was one broken tackle away. And, Jay, we got a Scorpion down on the turf. And if his reaction is any indication, he is hurting.
Well, he got the wrong side of Bennett, right?
Yeah, I tell you. Jay, I got to ask, and I know we didn't know a whole lot about South Columbus coming in, but one could argue South Columbus has outplayed North Brunswick through, 2 quarters and a drive or two. Even though North Brunswick's up 6-2, are you surprised at all by how this game is shaking out?
Well, yeah, a little bit, Sam, because mostly because of the fact that North has had a couple of games under their belt. South has not yet played a game.
Right.
3A, 2A, I mean, all that stuff. But yeah, listen. I think South Columbus has acquitted themselves very well here this evening, and very much in this game, trailing 6-2 here in the third quarter. Trying to see who the injured player is for North.
I think it's Joyner.
Joyner. That would be Tristan Marks if it's 8, Tavion Joyner if it's 7.
No, Marks is in the huddle over there, so we're good there.
Joyner.
I think. And I just know Joyner made the initial hit, so I thought that was him, but we'll see if we can get a good look at the number.
And it was the initial hit. There you go.
No, 9.
Check it. That's
Help
Jordan
me out,
Jackson.
partner. Jordan Jackson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mr. Joyner. So Jordan Jackson, good to see, gets up and walks off under his own power. But, Jay, it was a good gain on first down by South Columbus. Bennett ran for 8 yards to the 44-yard line. So now the Stallions have a 2nd and 2 from their own 44 here early in the third.
They have a couple of dudes that can really run the ball, Sam.
And there's one of them, Bennett. And, Jay, even there, he was hit by Marks at about the 43-yard line and kind of fought his way and got picked up a yard. So 1 yard closer to the line to gain for South Columbus. And we got another Scorpion who's slow to get up. This time it looks like 52, Justin McLean. War of attrition here at the OK Corral.
Well, there's some good-sized guys in the offensive line for South Columbus. Number 76, Nathan. I get this name mixed up all the time. Cartret.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm kind of thinking of it like cartridge.
Okay.
Printer cartridge. Cartret.
Anyway, big guy out there.
Good job, partner.
On that offensive line for South Columbus. And, hey, the good news is 52, Justin McLean, while he's limping, he's going off the field under his own power. So that's
so. Jay, through the years, you've done a wonderful job keeping us, up to date on some Northern Virginia high school football. How's your grandson coming along?
Well, let's see. 38. Oh, the other team just scored 35-27.
Oh, a shootout.
Third quarter, yeah. Mike got off to a good start tonight, a 60-yard kickoff return. But
there you go, Mike. 3rd and 1, ball at the 45-yard line. Running play to the left, and North Brunswick this time stuffs it. Number 8, Tristan Marks tackles Bennett for a loss of 2 yards. So in 3rd and 1, North Brunswick comes up with a huge stop, and Jay, that's a stop North Brunswick hasn't been able to force yet tonight.
That's one of the few times that North Brunswick has really been able to penetrate the front offensive line for South Columbus. So good effort that time by the Scorps. They should get the ball here. But do you ever really know the way South Columbus lines up in punting
And,
situation?
Jay, remember the last time they did this, North Brunswick came through untouched and blocked it.
And nobody back. So, and here's another timeout.
So an early second half timeout by South Columbus, rather. 9:44 left in the third. The Stallions face a 4th and 3. Ball is marked at the 43-yard line. Jay, look how that ball's sitting up on the turf out there.
Yeah.
It's like it's kind of sitting on a tee.
You know why? Because it's the tall guy.
Nah.
Look at him. That is the tallest referee.
I mean, look at
I've
that
ever
football,
seen
folks. If you can see it on our cameras, it's like
kind of like
looks like it's kind of propped up.
I think it's like he's paying homage to the official. because that is one big official. Do you see us pointed out? Sam, that's a good observation on your part.
Odd.
All right, what are you going to do now? Still
So,
nobody back to
in a
return
normal
the kick.
formation, it looks like, and they're going to snap it, Jay.
Hard.
They went for it.
Wow.
And he got stuffed. South Columbus a yard short of the line to gain, and North Brunswick takes over 1st and 10 inside the South Columbus 50-yard line. Maybe a huge swing in momentum as the Scorpions will take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of South Columbus. And, Jay, they didn't need South Columbus didn't need much more. Maybe another half yard would have been enough, but the referees rule him short, and it'll be North Brunswick football, R.J. Green and company back on the field.
Got closer than I thought, and that was 23 Tucker Goss at the bottom of that pile for North Brunswick. Yeah, maybe it's time for Green to, as you said, Sam, start doing little things with his legs.
Read option play. Ball went on the carry. Brought down for after a short gain of 2 yards, so 2nd and 8. Ball will be placed at the 43-yard line.
Tell you what, neither team here this evening has really distinguished themselves offensively.
No,
right?
both teams still trying to find their footing offensively, Jay.
Yeah, were it not for the blocked punt.
It'd be 2-0, and there's a flag.
There he goes.
And this is all going to be for naught, though, partner.
Yeah, but that's what they need to do.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get R.J. Green involved on the ground, in the ground game, right?
Well, you know, I'm kind of old school, Sam. Your best players need to touch the ball more than anybody else, right? So,
exactly.
Now, I know he touches every snap. I get that. But you want to put the ball in the hands of your productive players as often as you can. And Green, you know, and you just have to look at the numbers. 405 yards through the air, 143 yards on the ground coming into tonight's game, and 7 touchdowns on the year. So between passing and running. He's a player.
Would have been a first down inside the 35-yard line. Instead, it's 2nd and 13. Ball at the 48. Green's going to keep it again. Jay's got running room. This is where he's so dangerous, folks. Across the 35, and finally run out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, a gain of about 18 yards, and a North Brunswick first down. Big carry on the ground by senior quarterback R.J. Green.
Well, you know, when you have to start defending or marking the quarterback, you know, that's a hat that you don't count on doing defensively. So Green, very talented kid.
Oh, a bad snap, and he has to fall on it back at the 36-yard line. So a loss of about 6 yards on 1st and 10. And, boy, Jay, you'd rather have a false start than that because now the down counts.
Yeah.
And it's, the play counts, and you lose, we'll call it 5 yards on first down, setting up a 2nd and 15. Ball is at the 36-yard line of the Stallions.
Sam Eric Mosley in the game now, number 13.
You like him, don't you?
I do. He's a sophomore. He had an impressive game against Whiteville earlier this season, and he got hurt. Did not play
sat
last
out
week.
the bun game. Jay, I got an observation about Mosley. After this play, as Green drops back, rifles a pass across the middle of the field. Caught by Deloy. Seth Deloy. Touchdown from 36 yards out. And absolute dime from senior quarterback R.J. Green. And for the second time tonight, Green has connected with Seth Deloy for a North Brunswick touchdown. With 7:59 left in the third, the Scorpions have taken a 12-2 lead over the South Columbus Stallions. Look at that throw.
That is a rocket shot. And, you know, Seth took a pretty big hit that time. I told you that ball he dropped in the first quarter, he'll catch the next 99. He's well on his way, right? 2 scores since.
2 scores and should have 3, right?
Darn close.
Oh, North Brunswick has to rifle the kicking tee out onto the field.
And Seth is going to be kicking the ball too, right?
He is indeed. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up. Looks straight.
Got it.
And it is good. So Deloy tacks on the extra point, and Jay, he's got all 13 of North Brunswick's points tonight. The 2 touchdown grabs and the second extra point. So with 7:59 left in the third, North Brunswick has scored 13 unanswered points, and the Scorps have taken a 13-2 lead over the South Columbus Stallions here at Civitan Stadium in Tabor City.
Nice throw that time by R.J. Green, and an outstanding catch by senior Seth Deloy, the kid. And I steal this one from Sam Hickman, folks, the Swiss Army knife, right? Because Deloy does so many different things. In fact, I don't remember him handling place kicking before this evening. They got a kid on the roster, Brian Manzarins, a senior kicker who does a pretty good job. But tonight, Seth's been handling that too. So does a little bit of everything, does all those things very well for Brian Davis's North Brunswick Scorpions. And
South Columbus High School cheerleaders, their season opener tonight, Jay,
and they
in mid-season form.
Mid-season form, man. They were jumping around. And Deloy, it's still bouncing around there, isn't it?
Jay waiting on some kind of signal from the officials. South Columbus did recover it, but around the 30-yard line, we'll call it the 32-yard line, where South Columbus takes over, and South Columbus still searching for its first offensive score of the season. The Stallions trail North Brunswick 13-2, 7:56 left in the third quarter.
Well, pretty good field position for the Scorps to start here. This is a team that obviously prefers and practices running the football, and they don't want to get too far behind where they have to start throwing it a lot.
Incomplete pass on 1st and 10, sets up a 2nd and 10 from about the 31.
Teron Green on the coverage that time, one of the Green guys, right? Green brothers. He's the youngest one. Also the backup quarterback. So presumably RJ graduates, moves on next year. You might
what did we say, Jay, last week? Green like money.
Yeah, green like money. Might see Teron Green handling snaps next year. But
in the not-so-distant future.
Yeah, but a lot of ball left this year. There's
2nd and 10.
False start against the Scorps. I'm sorry, the Stallions.
Was against the Stallions. Partner, good call. 2nd and 15 now. Ball marked around the 26-yard line.
Some people locally that I respect, for their football knowledge, think R.J. Green could be a running back at the right college level. Right, college level being like 1AA or something like that. I don't know. Kid's a really good football player.
He certainly possesses some unique physical traits, and now
it's starting to blow it up.
North Brunswick kind of bottling up the South Columbus running game.
It looked like Leo Acera and of course Jaden Grande in on the stop that time. But last few possessions, now that I think North realizes that
stack the box.
Yeah, South's got to throw the ball, right? They're coming. Number 3, Granda out there getting his exercises in.
Doing a little jumping, right?
Yeah, jumping around. Yeah, he's ready to go.
So 3rd and 16, ball at the 25-yard line.
And here he comes.
And another one, partner.
So this
delay a game.
Sam, this is what we kind of thought you might see early on tonight.
Yeah, that's kind of what I expected from the onset. But South Columbus had a lot of success running the football in the, particularly early in the first half. And Jay, I'm telling you, it just felt like the entire complexion of the game changed after that personal foul penalty.
It sure did.
The whole vibe, momentum, everything just flipped toward the North Brunswick side after the penalty. Picked off by Teron Green. So North Brunswick does try to air it out. And Teron Green picks it off. Jay, he may score He is all the way down inside the 10-yard line. No flags on the field, and North Brunswick in business here after Teron Green's interception and 35-yard return down to the 7-yard line. Scorpions first and goal at the 7 and on the doorstep of making this a 3-score game.
Rush Blackwell that time kind of overthrew his receiver, and Teron Green just kind of playing
center field. Yeah, there you go.
And showing maybe that running ability that his brother has, Teron has as well.
R.J. Green hands it off to Trey Baldwin, who is stuffed behind, or maybe right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, sets up a 2nd and goal.
Ooh.
DJ Godwin.
Let me tell you.
All over the place tonight.
A player, not a big guy, but boy, he is active.
All over the football tonight. That handoff to Baldwin,
Bingo.
And he is awfully close to the goal line. Knee was down, the referee's rule, at the 1-yard line. So a 5-yard gain on 2nd and goal from the 6. And the Scorpions have a 3rd and goal at the 1-yard line. Jay, they're going to go quickly.
Yeah. You see Granda in the backfield blocking now, and this Baldwin,
touchdown.
Just a big man.
Trey Baldwin kind of leaps over the left guard for a Scorpion touchdown. So 19 unanswered points by North Brunswick, and the Scorpions, in the blink of an eye, have a 19-2 lead with 5:52 left in the 3rd quarter.
You know, it took a while for the Scorpions to kind of get things adjusted. A long ride from Leland, Sam, down here to Tabor City, but in the first half, they were kind of sleepy, but anything but here in the first half of the 3rd quarter. Deloy in for the extra point.
High snap. Deloy didn't catch all of it, but he caught plenty enough as it splits the uprights and adds to North Brunswick's lead. Scorpions 20, Stallions 2 here from Civitan Stadium in Tabor City on the campus of South Columbus High School. And, Jay, you think North Brunswick has found its footing?
Yeah, it looks like it. You know, and I was trying to remember, I think looking at those statistics through 2 games, I'm not sure they had created a turnover yet this year. So that interception by Teron Green may have been the very first one. And even if it wasn't, it came at an awfully good time for North here, as allows them to take a pretty convincing 20-2 lead here, 5:52 to go in the 3rd quarter at South Columbus.
Jay, do we know who the Scorpions open Mid-Eastern Conference play with? North Brunswick opens with New Hanover. So what would have been in the spring a battle of 3A teams. Now it's a 3A team in North Brunswick and the 4A Wildcats next week on ATMC TV. Game will be at Legion Stadium in Wilmington. That kick sails out of bounds, and Brian Davis made a nice catch over there on the North Brunswick sideline.
Well, Sam, you know, we were talking complimentary, and rightfully so, about this beautiful field facility here, but, you know, there's something special about going to Legion Stadium, don't you think? Well, he's counting out as a turnover. You know, he is. If he were, he's so big. Mike Maurer, Dr. Michael Maurer, who does a tremendous job pinch hitting here for me and Sam from time to time, and he's home watching this. Should be taking care of his children. Or watching Rampage or whatever the heck is on Friday night.
And what a beautiful family it is.
Oh,
and
my
and
Lord,
another one on the way.
Congratulations. He's a terrific
I'll tell you,
guy.
best broadcasting pinch hitter in the business. He has done a tremendous job on multiple occasions, filling in for me while I was on COVID leave.
Did a fine job. Better than a fine job.
Speed sweep around the right side, and it's going to be I thought it was going to be a huge loss.
Teron Green chases him out of bounds. He being number 6, Jaheim Dixon, who's kind of the thunder to Bennett's lightning. I don't think they got back to the line of scrimmage.
Lost about 4 yards. It'll be a 2nd and 14.
Who does wrestle tonight, Aaron?
SmackDown is on right now.
Brock Lesnar is back. Yikes.
Fumble.
Loose
I
ball.
believe North Brunswick got it. Gronda jumped all over it. Gronda comes up with it, and another turnover will give North Brunswick the ball back inside South Columbus territory. Ball will be placed at about the 47-yard line of South Columbus as things have unraveled a bit here midway through the third for the Stallions.
Let's clear this up. So by my count, that's North Brunswick second turnover, forced turnover on the season. Dr. Maurer says no, it's now their third. And
the great debate rages on.
He's a doctor. I'm not. I vote for Dr. Mike.
3, so 3 it is.
3 it is.
Okay.
See what Mr. Green can come up with on this series.
That's Mosley. Slung down to the turf at about the 45-yard line after a gain of 2 yards. Isn't Mosley just a 10th grader, partner?
Yes, he is. And
a good-looking 10th grader he is.
He's got a chance to be a real good football player for the Scorpions. Big Trey Baldwin in the backfield now. Man, they just keep bringing in big guys after big guys.
Green on the keeper, and a beautiful pitch to Deloy, who's still on his feet down the home visitor's sideline, brought down around the 10-yard line. And, boy, North Brunswick's offense is humming along now. Option pitch from R.J. to Green to Seth Deloy results in a big gain and another North Brunswick first down.
Faked a little belly to Baldwin and circled right, and drew the defender, and the pitch to the Swiss Army knife, Seth Deloy, and Deloy. Ooh. Had that one.
Flag down on the play, procedure penalty against the North Brunswick Scorpions, so that'll back up Brian Davis and company a bit.
R.J. Green trying to connect with his brother, Deshaun Green. Wouldn't have mattered.
.437 left in the third quarter. North Brunswick 20, South Columbus 2. South Columbus, Jay, held the lead for much of the first half, well, until there were 4 seconds left and before halftime. And since then, it's been all North Brunswick. And a good play by the North Brunswick defense there, bring down the ball carrier close to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they held the lead and they held the ball for a lot of the first half, and it was only that blocked punt and the score with, 4 seconds to go, I guess, that prevented them from going into the locker room with at least a 2-0 lead. But been all North Brunswick here in the third quarter.
Yep. And now, Jay, back-to-back turnovers, the interception by Teron Green, fumble recovery by Jaden Gronda, and the Scorpions threatening to go up 26-2 here a little more than midway through the third quarter. Rollout left. Green rifles a pass. Gronda's got it, fighting for the end zone, and he is across the goal line for a North Brunswick touchdown. Third touchdown strike of the night for R.J. Green. 2 to Seth Deloy, and now 1 to the big tight end, Jaden Gronda, and the Scorpions have a 26-2 lead here at Civitan Stadium.
Yeah, we talk a lot about Gronda defensively, but he's a real good tight end as well, and shows the ability that time to create some distance, get open, and comes up with the catch and gets into the end zone. So good play by Gronda, nice delivery again by R.J. Green, and Deloy in for the extra point.
Deloy trying to knock in his third consecutive extra point. Good snap, good hold. Booms that one over the cannon there behind the end zone. Splits the uprights for a 27-2 North Brunswick lead. And Jay, check out this touchdown pass from R.J. Green to Jaden Granda.
Green going to roll left, squares his shoulders, just a little toss.
And then
to the big
Granda
guy.
does the rest, right?
Yeah, Granda, strong. Green, he kind of just like flicked his wrist that time. Nothing special, but, accurate. So 27-2.
27-2, North Brunswick advantage. 27 unanswered points by the Scorpions. And Brian Davis and his squad in full control now, partner.
Well, Sam, this is kind of how we thought it might start, okay?
Yep.
With, North a little more season ready for this game tonight, but it's taken them a while to get going, but they certainly got it going right now.
South Columbus will take over. Excellent starting field position. Again, fielded by Parker at about the 47-yard line.
So that was Briar Parker, who covered the ball up nicely on the kick return team for South Columbus, and they got excellent field position to start this series. 45, 46, 47-yard lines.
Can they capitalize?
Not a problem. And look at this, 3 guys in the backfield.
Oh, the old T formation. And Jay, he's got room. Oh, man, maybe a touchdown-saving tackle by Teron Green. An 11 or 12-yard gain on first down as South Columbus kind of abandoned the shotgun formation, lined up in the old-school T there, partner, and got 11 yards for a first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was mostly Bennett. Again, breaking a tackle, those yak yards, and doing a nice job of picking up a first down.
Oh, Blackwell nearly failed, Jay. He literally was falling to the turf as he got the handoff off. It was a gain of about 2 yards on first down, setting up a 2nd and 8 from the 40-yard line.
And let me tell you, Sam, there is some belting around going inside there. North is backing up 51, Braxton Beck. He's a big kid, 6'3" junior, up in the interior of that line. But there's some hard hitting going on. I don't care that South Columbus down 25 points. They're still out there hitting. Loose ball.
Another fumble on the play. North Brunswick signaling that they have recovered. Waiting on a signal from the official. And, Jay, it's going to be North Brunswick football.
Boy.
It is indeed.
3rd turnover here of the second half.
3rd consecutive turnover. Yep, that's 3 straight possessions, 2 fumbles and an interception for South Columbus. And North Brunswick takes over 1st and 10 at its own 40-yard line.
This looked like a mishandled snap between the center and Rush Blackwell, and he's actually been in the gun most of the night, right? It's only when he's come under center on this series with the 3 guys in the backfield, and they didn't handle the snap, and they're going to pay the price. So let's see what R.J. Green has in store on this possession.
1st and 10 from its own 40. A little pop pass to Atkinson Bell, who hits the hole hard. Spin move, eludes some tacklers, brought down at the 48-yard line of the Stallions. North Brunswick first down after a gain of 12 on the pass from Green to Atkinson Bell.
Atkinson Bell is got a couple of catches, 72 yards coming into tonight's game. He's got some speed, so he's a kid that can be dangerous if you get the ball to him in the right place on the field.
He's in motion again. This time it's a keeper, R.J. Green.
Looky, shaky.
Doing a little shaking and a great open field tackle over there by number. That's Dom Johnson, isn't it?
Yeah, Dominic Johnson. Let me tell you, no easy feat to take down R.J. Green.
No, he did a wonderful job there bringing down the ball carrier.
Johnson, a little shake here, shake
there. Got stiff arm, but stuck with him, and then kind of, speaking of WWE tonight, that kind of looked like a wrestling takedown.
Suplex.
That's right. A little two-point takedown from Dominic Johnson.
Oh. What the Dom is cooking.
Oh,
Hey.
there's the shield. Oh, and the ball is
loose
out.
ball.
The ball is out. And now it is South Columbus's turn to join in on the turnover fun. So a big run, big game by Jabril DeShield, but he coughs it up deep in South Columbus territory, and the Stallions recover and dodge a bullet there with about a minute left in the third quarter.
Trying to see who, I think that was number 4 perhaps, that made the hit. Yeah, Carter Lee, I believe. Backup quarterback, but he was the one that I think forced that fumble. So first down, South Columbus. Let's see if they can take advantage of this turnover by North.
So back in the T formation, but North Brunswick bottles it up.
With the shield, number 5. Another
Boy, he stays right on the field and trying to force a turnover of his own, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's not happy that he coughed that last ball up, so he got a little bit of revenge on that play. Coming down to the end of the third quarter, Sam. 40 seconds to go, 27-2. North with a big lead.
Second and 9, handoff, looking for running room around the right side. Tucker Goss there with the initial hit, but South Columbus just moving the pile across the 30 to about the 32 or 33 yard line, setting up a third and about 4 or 5 yards.
Probably the last play of the third quarter, Sam.
No, Jay, that is going to wrap up the third quarter here on your ATMC TV Game of the Week. It was all Scorps outscoring the Stallions 21-0 in the third quarter, and the Scorpions take a 27-2 advantage into the fourth here from Tabor City. We'll be back with the start of the fourth quarter. Jay, just like we said earlier, the South Columbus cheerleading squad in mid-season form. Look at that. I'm telling you, they're impressive athletes.
We were waving to them, and they were so disciplined, they looked the other way. Women do that with me.
Me too.
Hey, we're back to live action.
I found the one who didn't and married her.
Nick Barnhill on that carry.
He's had a couple nice carries here tonight. Had one on the game's opening drive.
And the Stallions back over the ball quickly.
So South Columbus going a little tempo here. There's Barnhill again with a 2-yard gain on first down. We'll set up a 2nd and 8 from the 44-yard line.
I kind of like it when they play up tempo, don't you, Sam? I don't know.
I do, Jay. I just it's odd to see a team line up in the T formation and go in tempo. You know, you used to like the T old school, run it, milk the play clock, run it again, milk the play clock, but no gain on the play, maybe even a loss of 1 for South Columbus, which will set up a 3rd and long. And, Jay, this is not a team that's built to, score quickly and overcome, multiple touchdown deficits.
No, it is not. And they're trying. No quit in them, that's for sure. Tackle last time by Braxton Beck. But sets up a 3rd and, a passing situation for a team that, quite frankly, would like to stay away from throwing the football.
And, Jay, once again, the 50-50 winnings were not donated to the ATMC TV team at our Friday night high school football game of the week.
Look, you got boiled peanuts.
Hey, you're right. I'll take the boiled peanuts over the 50-50 winnings.
That's right.
Penalty on South Columbus changes a 3rd and 8 to about a 3rd and 13. So, Jay, is getting tougher here for the Stallions late in the game.
And besides that, you tightwad, you got to spend some of that money from selling all those homes if you want to be a part of the 50-50.
Fair point.
Okay. Me too, by the way. So 3rd and even longer, Sam, for the Stallions.
10-15 left in the game. South Columbus just going to hand it off up the middle on 3rd and 13. And, boy, Jay, after surrendering quite a bit of yardage on the ground the first 2 quarters, North Brunswick has really put the clamps down defensively and just stoned South Columbus's rushing attack in the second half.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sam. You know, we talked in the first half. It seemed like that South Columbus was kind of winning the line of scrimmage, but it's clearly not in the second half, and I think that's reflective in this now 27-2 lead. So they're going to go for it on 4th, and why not? Unless we have a little quick kick here and a timeout.
Jay, it seems one of the things of the night for South Columbus has been a little confusion when it changes from 3rd to 4th down, like obvious punt situations. There have been a couple personnel issues. A couple times they've had to use a timeout to get things straight. Of course, had one punt blocked. So that'll be something to keep an eye on as the season progresses. Obviously, we've seen time and time again how important special teams are, and kicking game in high school football is of the utmost importance.
Well, we saw it here this evening, right? Because this game was 2-0 South until
a blocked kick,
a blocked kick, a big special teams play. And so, yeah, the 3 components, you know, offense, defense, and special teams. Special teams awfully important. Hey, let me say something while we got a break. You were talking about, you know, how smart you were, how dumb Maggie was for her marrying you. There's somebody in my house today has a birthday, and it's not me.
It's Miss Darris's birthday?
It's Miss Darris's birthday. Happy birthday to my best friend, and smartest thing I ever did in my life was put a ring on her finger. So.
Oh, no. Boy, Blackwell did a great job just to catch it and get it off. Oh. And then a nice, the ball just happened to jump forward 10 yards.
I just saw that in like not the World Cup, but the Concho Choco or something. I don't know, whatever.
CONCACAF?
Yeah,
Gold Cup or something?
Yeah, CONCACAF or something. But, yeah, those guys are good.
Yeah.
And that European thing they got going on in that Premier League, those guys are really good. They control that darn soccer ball.
World class.
Yeah, with never using their hands.
It's like me or you sitting there with a tennis ball in our hand and kind of flipping it up. That's how they control it with their feet.
But let's get back to tennis and the 16-minute whooping that you did here 30 years ago, or not that long ago, 10 years ago.
That's Mosley around the left side. Boy, Jay was untouched until about 15 yards down the field when DJ Godwin wrapped him up and tackled him out of bounds over there on the.
I think fans of North Brunswick football are probably going to see that a lot before Eric Mosley's career is finished. He is an impressive young running back, just a 10th grader. As you can see here,
Mosley again, this time he lost his footing around the 43-yard line, but picked up a yard, setting up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and boy, who was in on the stop that time? Was that Carter Lee? Yeah, I think it was either 4 or 2, DeMonte Gore.
Jay, I would like to echo your happy birthday wishes to your wife. She's truly one of the most special people I've ever met.
She is a good lady, let me tell you. Put up with me. There we go, Sam.
There's Mosley, tackled in the secondary at about the 30-yard line, so a gain of about 13 yards, 14 yards, and another North Brunswick first down. So 8.5 minutes left in the game. North Brunswick trying to add to its 25-point lead.
Now look, Mosley's good, but he had a big hole.
22, Malik Scott rushed in the backfield, and Mosley kind of just ran away from him. Atkinson Bell in motion. Handoff around the left side, another big hole, another big gain. Mosley staying in bounds, finally dragged out or near out of bounds at around the 11 or 12-yard line of the Stallions.
Did I mention to you that I think this kid Mosley's pretty good?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think you might be right. And Jay Russell Dove's seen enough on this defensive possession. He wants a timeout. 8:09 left in the game. North Brunswick with a 1st and 10 at about the 12-yard line. And, boy, Jay, I tell you, momentum can shift. And you know, in this game tonight, it shifted right before halftime. South Columbus was driving inside the 40-yard line of North Brunswick and clinging to a 2-0 lead. Had a personal foul penalty after a first down gain on a 4th down play, and 4-5 plays later had a punt blocked. North Brunswick throws a touchdown pass with 4 seconds left in the half, a pretty long touchdown pass, 25-plus yards, and since then it has simply been all Scorpions.
Well, he had 27 consecutive points by North Brunswick, and Sam, I'm just watching. I mean, look, South Columbus doesn't have that many players. I mean, they got enough players to play, of course, right? But, a lot of these kids are going both ways, probably getting a little bit tired, this being their first game of the season. And, North kind of has it going their way now.
Man in motion. Green hands off to Mosley around the left side.
Nice.
Good
nice
open field tackle by Rashad DeWitt.
That is a nice play by DeWitt. Got Mosley up top, rode him down to the ground.
And Jay, I believe if North Brunswick is able to tack one on here, that might be the last we see of Mr. R.J. Green, as conference play starts next week. Mosley again, brought down near the line of scrimmage again. Who's 61, partner? Derek Farmer, the junior defensive end, in on the tackle.
Derek Farmer, Jr. And we mentioned that we will be
Legion Stadium
covering that North game next week against New Hanover, the Wildcats.
That DeShiel. Yep, that was DeShiel on the carry, brought down by Malik Scott and number 55, Jared Caines.
Going to set up a 4th down, Sam. So it looks like North going to keep the offense on the field. Maybe Green keeps this one. Looky there.
Jumped off sides.
Big time. That should be a first down.
Enough for the first down.
Wow.
Or,
well, maybe not.
Jay, is it going to be 4th and inches?
Half the distance or something. I don't know. 4th and 1 and.
Yep. 4th and about as short as you can get. Green looking toward the sideline to get the play from Brian Davis. Play clock down to 15 seconds. 6.5 minutes left. 4th and inches. Handoff up the middle. Baldwin runs over a defender and barrels over the goal line for a North Brunswick touchdown, and the Scorpions have taken a 33-2 lead with 6:27 left in the game here in Tabor City.
Big Trey's 2nd score of the night. Both of them 1-yard variety. Let's see it here, going off the right side and just bowling his way into the end zone. He is a big man.
Met Jonathan Hardy at the goal line, and Mr. Baldwin won that mini one-on-one battle. So, Jay, that's a new kicker in. That was 86. Jacob Zom,
Yeah, he's
the
a
junior kicker. Extra points no good, but North Brunswick has a 33-2 lead with 6:27 left in the game. The Scorpions will kick back off to the Stallions. Again, South Columbus recorded a safety, sacked R.J. Green in the end zone early in the contest, and but has failed to register an offensive point. R.J. Green has thrown 3 touchdowns, one to Jaden Granda and a pair to Seth Deloy, and Trey Baldwin has 2 rushing touchdowns for North Brunswick's 5 offensive scores. The Scorpions on the verge of improving to 2-1. They'll finish the season 2-1 in non-conference play and will hit the road next week for their Mid-Eastern Conference opener against 4A New Hanover in Wilmington at Legion Stadium.
Well, you know, the way, because of the changes that were made in the off-season, in the conference and the realignments and everything, I mean, basically it's going to come down to North, South, and West for that coveted 3A playoff spot. So a lot of these games are kind of, I don't want to say they're tune-ups for that, but man, there's going to be a lot riding.
Those are the ones with implications.
That's right.
The county battles.
Yep. So should be some fun football up ahead if we can stay away from that doggone COVID.
And Jay, you know, the landscape has just changed. You know, as far as those 3 schools go this fall, you know, I think the last 2 to 3 years, you know, we went in thinking, okay, among those 3, West Brunswick's the clear favorite. You know, maybe a couple touchdowns better than North and South. But this year, I think right now, presumably you'd have to say North and South may have a slight advantage over the Trojans early in the season. South undefeated, and North Brunswick 2-1, and the Scorpions' only loss came against Whiteville, who's probably one of the best 2A teams in the state this fall.
They're going to beat the heck out of a lot of teams.
Certainly one
this
of the
year.
best in the East.
Sure, for sure. So yeah, that, you know, whatever that gap was, that margin was, has you know, shrunk considerably coming into this season. So it should those matchups this year should be really, really special.
Jay, I'd like to add, North Myrtle Beach beat Wallace Rose Hill 35-14. West Brunswick had a game against North Myrtle Beach that was, you know, canceled because of COVID restrictions. So, boy, I would have loved the opportunity to see North Myrtle Beach up close and personal, but that would have been a tough one for my middle brother, his staff, and their team.
Yeah, you know, sometimes the best deals you make are the deals you don't make, right?
Yep.
So the fact that the Trojans didn't have to go up against North Myrtle maybe is helpful to them. But
you know, at least, Jay, you know, for confidence purposes too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to take it on the chin.
well, you know what? And West Brunswick lost a lot of players from last year's team that went to the second round of the.
Yeah, well, yeah,
third round, really, I
yeah,
guess.
normal year, third round, but yeah, Eastern semis.
Yeah.
Handoff to Bennett around the left side. He's across the 35 to the 36, picked up about 5 yards. On first down, approaching the midway point of the fourth quarter here from Civitan Stadium.
I'll tell you, Bennett's had a nice game tonight, despite what the
60.
final outcome.
Andre Simpson, 65, the defensive lineman for North Brunswick.
That's a big man.
He is a good-looking kid, 6'4", and probably every bit of 250.
That's a big man right there in the middle.
Good-looking kid.
How would you like to be hitting that?
Well, Jay, we had there was some pad popping in the trenches, but the ball was never snapped. So a procedure penalty against South Columbus, and that will negate the yardage that Bennett gained on first down, set up about a 2nd and 10 at the 31.
Starting to see a lot of shuffling back and forth, Sam, the North Brunswick defense. Some kids that are, you know, getting some reps here tonight that ordinarily don't. And that's how you learn, man. You can, nothing like being in a game.
Number 22 in on the tackle. That's Brandon Mooney, the junior linebacker.
B. Mooney had a tackle before tonight, so he's got at least 2 on the year. Sets up third, and again, a kind of a passing situation for a team that prefers not to pass. David Hall, 74, big guy in the game too for North Brunswick.
Oh, Davy Hall. 3rd and 6 for the Stallions. Ball right around the 35-yard line. Blackwell fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, finds an open receiver. He's still on his feet. Jay, he may
nice
go.
block.
Look at the open field
Well, there you
speed.
go.
A touchdown strike, the first of his 9th grade career. That is Rush Blackwell to number 3, Dominic Johnson, and the first offensive score of the 2021 season for the Stallions.
How many yards?
Trims South Columbus's deficit 33-8, 4:40 left in the game.
Sam, how far was that?
65-yard scoring strike.
And we're going to get a chance to see it again. Nice roll by Blackwell, delivers.
Caught it off his shoelaces.
Did somebody get a block down here? Right there. That's somebody. I wish I knew his number, but he cleaned house and allowed Johnson to score.
Oscar Pineda on to attempt the extra point. Substitution infraction against South Columbus, so that'll back up the Stallions 5 yards.
Watching Oscar before the game shows
He was
that
kicking him out near us at the gate, wasn't he?
He sure was. He was got a strong foot. Let's see if it's accurate.
Well, Jay, unfortunately, sometimes for these kickers, there's a snap and a hold involved, too. It's a hard thing to get right time and time again.
It's a very undervalued.
I'm telling you, if you have a high school team that can consistently make extra points, that is a huge weapon.
There's kids that, the long snappers and the kids that, spot the ball. Very important. Wow.
And there you see the strength of Pineda's leg. He booms that one through, splits the uprights, and North Brunswick allows a 65-yard touchdown pass. South Columbus is Rush Blackwell, the first touchdown strike of his young career. I'm sure it'll be the first of many, connected with Dominique Johnson for 65 yards and a score. And it is 33-9 in North Brunswick's favor with 4:40 left in the game. Jay, I want you to look at the socks on these cheerleaders if we happen to get another look at them.
Well,
I should have said that 5 seconds ago. But look, Jay,
yeah.
Look at those socks.
We got
Pink, blue, orange, neon.
Aqua. I don't know. I don't know my colors very well, but yeah, very stylish. I'll tell you that. And those kids have worked hard all night long, despite the score. So glad that they've got something to cheer about with the big Blackwell to Johnson 65-yard touchdown pass. Wow, I don't know who got the block down there, to free him up. I'm sure the Coach Dove will figure it out when he breaks down tape. And whoever that kid was, I don't know if Dr. Mauer's still watching the game or not.
He's still counting up the turnovers from the Whiteville game.
Yeah, but, Pancake Mike, right, from his high school days, that they get a $5 certificate for every
Bob
Pancake.
Evans, Mike.
Yeah, pancake block. Well, whoever got that block for South Columbus, number 2,
Gore.
Devontae Gore. Yeah, he should get one of them gift certificates. Wow.
Onside kick, and guess who? Deloy makes a big play for North Brunswick. Shocker there, right? That kid is a player.
The Swiss Army knife. He's okay, he fell right on that ball.
Oh, how about this one, y'all? Seth DeOy. Oi, ouch, like he's hurt. Seth DeLoy.
And we don't like that, do we?
Golly, talk about a tough crowd.
Aaron, yeah, that's a bad one. By the way, Aaron Varnum, who is our director, our producer, our mentor, our everything.
Our fearless leader.
The man that signs our checks. But what mask do you have on tonight? Mr. Wrestling.
Mr. Wrestling 2.
Is that like the Mexican wrestler?
No, he was an American wrestler in the 70s.
You need to come on live, so people at home can hear you. Hey, Deloy still down?
He is indeed.
Get
Certainly hope he's okay.
Oh, man. Get
Jay,
him
I
up.
wanted to ask you, check in on your favorite Major League Baseball team. Not so much the 2021 outlook. That's probably been dead since opening day. But we got some prospects coming up. Is the future bright? What are we thinking?
They're going to have a 30-30 guy this year. Cedric Mullins.
Oh, he's a
fielder.
stud.
Yeah.
You know, he was a switch hitter and abandoned hitting from the right side.
Gave it up.
And, boy, it worked.
And he started hitting the first game of the year, and he hadn't quit.
Well, he is a good player.
So they've got the number one minor league player in Rushman, the catcher. They've got the number 2 minor league player in one of their pitchers. So, yeah, I think 2023, 2024 maybe they can pull a Houston Astro kind of a thing. And,
Yeah.
rather than lose 100 games, win 100 games, I don't know. But not like your Bravos.
Well, it feels like my beloved Bravos are treading water a little bit right now, partner.
Oh, who's that?
Ooh, we got there.
Who's that?
22, Malik Scott.
Malik, where you been tonight, man? Nice hit. Very, very nice tackle by the junior middle linebacker, Malik Scott. That'll get you some playing time.
No doubt about it.
Watch it again. Boom. Boom.
Teron Green in at quarterback for North Brunswick, partner.
Well, you called that one. You thought maybe his brother would get a little bit of a rest.
Man, I tell you, South Columbus still getting after it on the defensive side. Drops North Brunswick for a short gain on second down. That sets up about a, 3rd and 9 from the 44-yard line.
And when you're down 33-9 with under 4 minutes to go in a game and your kids are still working hard and hitting hard, that's, as a coach, it's about all you can ask for. Teron Green, the sophomore, younger brother of RJ.
Oh,
nothing doing.
Stiff arm, but it was Atkinson Bell. He wasn't able to elude the active South Columbus defense and brought down for a loss. The good news is Jay Atkinson Bell handles the punting duties, so he can just drop back a few yards and kick it away here on 4th and 13, 14.
Ready to go. Yeah, he's out there. Looks like they're going to let some time roll off that clock.
2 minutes, 40 seconds left in the game. North Brunswick leads 33-9.
They're going to call a timeout. Yes, they are.
Timeout called by North Brunswick as the play clock was about to expire. And Brian Davis and his staff want to talk it over before the 4th down snap. Ball is marked at the 40-yard line, 4th and 14. Jay, observations from tonight. Took North Brunswick a while to find its rhythm, particularly offensively, but settled in and eventually had another big night.
They did, and they played they played pretty solid defensively all night, until the long touchdown pass recently. They were pitching a shutout defensively. The only points of the game for South Columbus by way of a safety. So, a good defensive effort all night long for North, and the offense that took a little bit of time to get going. But, golly, once they did, they put the pedal to the metal, and impressive show.
So, Jay, I think he's accounted for 3 touchdowns tonight. I think R.J. Green is now accounted for 10 touchdowns through 3 games. And, boy, just continues to put up impressive offensive numbers. South Columbus going to try and return this punt. Boy, carrying that thing loosely, wasn't he? But he is tackled at the 45-yard line. A good punt return there by South Columbus. Gives them Pretty good field position here late in the game. 2:25 left in the contest. South Columbus trails by 24, but takes back over first and 10, not far from midfield.
So 2:25 to go in this one, Sam, and you know, the Stallions came up with a big play their last possession. Let's see if they got another one in them for tonight.
Jay, your thoughts on 9th grade starting quarterback Rush Blackwell?
You know, I think this kid's played really well tonight.
I agree.
Managed the team, you know.
There's Bellamy.
Yeah, look, that's the Thunder of Thunder and Lightning, right? But
Tackled by 56, Jonathan Perez.
can you imagine how many snaps Rush Blackwell is going to have by the time he's a senior? If he continues, you know, this success, I mean, he's going to be a good one. Not easy to do. Wow,
Another opening. He just
Strong.
bounces off a couple of would-be tacklers and kind of forced out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, a gain of 8 yards.
He's a strong kid.
That game clock continues to roll. 1:40 seconds left in the game. North Brunswick 33, South Columbus 9. Jay, expectations for North Brunswick New Hanover next week, a game we'll have on ATMC TV.
Well, you know, that's a step up for North.
Oh, look at the running holding.
Dog,
coming back.
That's a shame.
I
Dog.
tell you, Blackwell's got wheels. That's going to
You know
negate.
what?
It's going to negate a 37-yard touchdown.
Tell you what, Coach Dove don't need to hear it from me, but he may want to figure out some ways to let Rush Blackwell show off them fast feet.
Yep, and I saw the white hat signal to the South Columbus sideline the number of the player it was on. Not important. The coaches were
they'll find
not too thrilled about it, but they'll see it on film.
They watch that. What is it? Hulu?
Huddle.
Huddle?
Huddle.
Not Hulu.
I mean, you can watch Hulu too, but you won't see football game film.
Okay.
You'll see like Stranger Things or
Well,
you know, one of those shows that people watch. I don't know who streams what. True, very true. Disney Plus, a lot of Coco Melon. Fortunately, my son is in kindergarten now, so he's like, you know, he wants to. Not that I always allow him, but he wants to watch like WWE and the Braves games with me and the Washington football team, and
as well he should.
he's got pretty great TV taste.
Miss Winnie, she watches.
Miss Winnie, she wants to watch videos on other kids playing with frozen aqua beads. I'm like, sweetheart, why do you want to watch videos of other kids playing with toys?
I would think.
She
that,
shames me that I haven't bought her those things yet.
You know,
that's what's happening.
I would think of the two of them, Winnie would be the one that would watch the wrestling.
Jay, she is tough. Don't get me wrong. She is tough, and she'll stand up for herself, but she is also a girly girl. And I mean that in the best way possible.
So pretty.
That's my princess.
So pretty.
That is my princess. Barnhill on the carry. Jay, who do we got there? Is that 82 for North Brunswick? Chase?
Cotchard?
Cachard? Cotchard?
I don't know.
Chase. Big Chase with the tackle. Chase C. C squared.
Well, no doubt we'll hear from his mom or dad as well.
Sorry,
we should,
Chase.
right? You know. But he made a nice play there.
I was just following the lead of Phil Ray, South Columbus PA maestro and Bull Peanut aficionado. If you can't tell, folks, there's 40 seconds left in the game. We're limping to the finish line. South Columbus still got the ball. Little speed sweep to number 3, Dominic Johnson. He was the recipient of a 65-yard touchdown pass in the fourth quarter from Rush Blackwell, but he's knocked out of bounds with 20 seconds left. The clock continues to run. Will South Columbus try to get another snap-off partner, or are they going to let it roll out?
Tell you what, Dominic Johnson ain't limping. He's running pretty well around the right side. I think that may have been the last play, Sam.
All right. Color Analyst of the Year, Jake Holmes, take us away. Final parting shots from the OK Corral at South Columbus High School.
A very strong defensive effort by North Brunswick here this evening. They thought they could score some points. They weren't sure they could defend. Tonight we see that they can defend, and they scored a lot of points. So sets them up for a big matchup next week at against New Hanover at Legion Field. And look, South Columbus kind of work in motion here, a young team, but you got to be impressed with the 9th grade quarterback, the leadership of Rush Blackwell, and the lightning and thunder of Bennett and Bellamy, right, in that running the football. So looks like Russ Dove's got another team here that's going to be pretty good by season end.
So I'm going to try and make production manager Aaron Varnum proud. Here we go. North Brunswick improves to 2-1. Scorpions have scored 67 points in the last 2 weeks. South Columbus drops to 0-1. He's Jay Combs for Aaron Varnum, Nathan Evers, and Jake Godick, and the entire ATMC TV team. Good night from the campus of South Columbus High School. North Brunswick 33-9 winners over the Stallions here in Tabor City. We will see you next week from Legion Stadium in Wilmington for North Brunswick at New Hanover as Mid-Eastern Conference action gets underway. Good night from Tabor City. We'll see you next time on your Game of the Week.